Hey Jesper, this video is about your question number 2 about exercise 1.27. Oh, and you wanted to figure out, so you got everything working with the add credits method, which was pretty much all the exercise wanted to do, but I'm glad you're taking the extra step and trying to figure out how you can modify the code to make the student get created with credits. So, and I really like the way you worked out what needs to be done here. So you figured out you need to add another field, a credits field, which you did, and you need to pass that parameter. The issue is, and this will crop up not only in Java but in a number of other languages, is that there's something needs to be resolved here by Java, which is you have, notice that the fields here, you have a field called name and the parameter is called full name, and here the field is called ID and the parameter is called student ID. So these parameter names are different from the field names. So you say name equals full name. You have different names. The problem is when these names are the same. So you have a field named credits and a parameter named credits. And what happens is Java, and this will happen in C and in Python and other languages, the compiler or the interpreter, whatever, needs to figure out which one of these variables you're talking about, because these are really two separate variables. It needs to figure out which ones you're talking about when you're writing statements inside the method. And compilers and interpreters generally are pretty dumb when it comes to this stuff. So they have a very basic rule that they use, which is if there's a conflict between the parameter name and the field name, then the assumption is that you're talking about the parameter. So what happens is here, since name only can only refer to this field, then Java knows, okay, here you're talking about the field, and so I just assign the value from this parameter full name to the field name called name. But when we get down here with credits, Java makes the assumption that everywhere inside this method, when you refer to credits, you're talking about this parameter. So it's basically just setting the parameter credits to itself, and this field name never gets touched. So one thing you could do is just rename this field something like student credits or whatever. And if we say then student credits here and compile it, oh, did I spell something wrong? Incompatible types. Oh, so this needs to be an int, right? Yeah. Because we want to give a number of credits. So let's try compiling. Okay, looks like we're good. And again, at this stage of the game, you're not expected to understand all these little details. So I'm just giving you this because I'm really happy that you went ahead and made this effort, and I want to make sure that you get to see what how this works, just for the satisfaction of seeing it. But as you get into the later chapters, chapter 2 really starts talking more about code, and you'll get more feel of this stuff. But anyway, so that should compile, and then let's see if get the whole thing to compile. And now when we create a student, if if I say, what did they want us to make? Snow White. I'm going to just stick this aside here. So let's make, we need to put it in quotes because it's a string. Oh, Snow White. And the student ID is also a string, so that needs quotes. I think that's 0, 0, 2, 3, 4. And the number of credits, now this is an integer, so this is just going to be without quotes around it, just the number 24. And if we say OK, and inspect it, and there we go, there's our 24. Alright, so that's how it's done.